Ever notice how a woman can seem to have it all? A good husband, a stable home, a life built over decades, and then, one day, decides to burn it all to the ground. From the outside, it makes no sense. The man is often left bewildered, asking himself, "What did I do wrong? Wasn't I a good man?" Here is something most people will not tell you. When a woman in a long-term, stable marriage files for divorce, there is often a powerful, specific delusion at play, a delusion that grows silently over years, fed by social media and a deep misunderstanding of her own value on the open market. And it is not what you would expect. It is not a sudden affair. It is not a single explosive fight. It is quieter than that. It is a slow-burning belief that the life she has is a cage and the man she is with is the warden, and that by leaving him, she will not just be free, but she will be young, desirable, and celebrated once more. In the next few minutes, I am going to walk you through the 4 stages of this delusion. Not theory, not bitterness, just psychological patterns I have seen play out over and over again with men who have been on the receiving end of this decision. Some of this might be hard to hear, some of it might feel painfully familiar. Either way, by the end, you will understand the psychology of a midlife divorce better than most men ever will, and you will stop blaming yourself for a game you did not even know you were playing. Before we go further, let me ask you something simple. If you have seen a good man get blindsided by a divorce, just comment yes. If you have not, comment no. I read every comment, and it helps me know what is landing. And if you are finding value in this kind of content, I would appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe. It's a small thing, but it helps more men find these essential conversations. Let us get into it. Here is what often happens first. She misdiagnoses the problem. This is stage 1. After 20 years of marriage, the exhilarating, heart-pounding romance of the early days is gone. It has been replaced by something else: stability, comfort, predictability, and deep companionship. But in a culture that worships novelty and excitement, she looks at this stability and calls it boredom. She looks at your predictability and calls it stagnation. She confuses the absence of chaos with the absence of passion. She doesn't realize that what she is feeling is the natural, inevitable evolution of any long-term partnership. So she makes a critical error in judgment. She concludes the problem is not the natural progression of time. She concludes the problem is you. You are the reason she feels bored. You are the reason she feels unseen. You are the reason she feels her life is monotonous. This is the initial delusion that her husband is the source of her discontent, and removing him will solve it. The second thing that happens is even more revealing. Stage 2, the eat, pray, love fantasy. Once she has diagnosed you as the problem, her mind begins to build a fantasy of what life will be like without you. This fantasy is fueled by social media, movies, and stories of her one friend who found herself after leaving her husband. In this fantasy, she is not a 45 or 55-year-old woman entering a brutal dating market. No, in her mind, she is essentially her 25-year-old self, but now with more wisdom and financial freedom. She envisions traveling. She envisions a new, exciting man who is both a rugged adventurer and an emotionally available poet, a man who will give her the passion her husband no longer provides, combined with the stability she has grown accustomed to. She believes she is trading up. She believes the world is just waiting for her to become single again. She fundamentally deludes herself about her own sexual market value, failing to understand that the security and status provided by her husband were a huge part of her overall attractiveness. She thinks her value is inherent and portable. She is about to learn it is not. If you are finding value so far, let me know in the comments. Now, here is the third thing, and this one is where the delusion collides with reality. Stage 3, the collision with the marketplace. The divorce is final, she has her freedom, and she steps out into the dating world expecting to be met with a lineup of high-quality, eligible men, but she is not. Instead, she finds dating apps filled with men who are only interested in a casual hookup. She finds men her own age are often seeking younger women without the baggage of a 20-year marriage. The exciting men she meets are often emotionally unavailable, financially unstable, or serial womanizers. And the few good men her age, the stable, reliable providers, are not looking for a woman who just left a man exactly like them. They're wary. They can sense her entitlement and her unrealistic expectations. This is the stage where a deep, cold, terrifying cognitive dissonance sets in. The reality of her situation does not match the fantasy she built in her head. The attention she gets is not the kind she wants. The men she wants are not the men who want her. And for the first time in years, she is truly alone. And she starts to realize she didn't just leave her husband. She left her entire social status, her security, and her identity as a wife and partner. The fourth thing that happens is where it all comes together. Stage 4, the sobering reevaluation of good. This can take months or even years, but after a few failed attempts at dating, after a few lonely holidays, she starts to look back at the life she left behind, and she sees it through new eyes. What she called boring, she now sees as peaceful. What she called predictable, she now sees as reliable. What she called lack of passion, she now sees as emotional stability. She realizes the good man she left was not the cause of her unhappiness. He was the foundation she stood on that gave her the luxury of even contemplating being unhappy. She didn't know what safety felt like until she dated men who made her feel unsafe. She didn't know what respect looked like until she dated men who treated her as disposable. She didn't know what a true partner was until she was faced with a world of men who only wanted to use her. And now, looking back, she sees you differently, not through the lens of what was missing, but through the lens of what was there all along. Still with me? Comment 1 if this already makes sense. Now, I want to be clear about something. This is not about celebrating a woman's pain or regret. This is a tragedy. It is a tragedy for her, and it is a tragedy for the man who was left behind. The point of understanding this is not to feel superior. The point is to stop blaming it on yourself. If you have been the man on the other side of this decision, I need you to hear this. Her decision to leave was likely never about you. It was not about your worth. It was not a reflection of your character as a man. It was a reflection of a delusion she bought into, a delusion that told her the quiet comfort of a long-term partnership was a prison, when in fact it was a privilege. You cannot control her perception. You can only control your own integrity. Let me bring this together. The delusion many women believe when they file for divorce is that they are trading up. They believe they can exchange the blue-chip stock of a stable, reliable husband for the excitement of a risky new venture and somehow get to keep the dividends of both. But the market doesn't work that way. And when the delusion shatters, they are often left with nothing but the consequences of their own choices. For the good men who get left behind in this process, your value does not decrease when someone fails to see it. It only becomes more apparent to those who know what to look for. Rebuild your life, focus on your purpose, and know that your stability, your consistency, and your character are the rarest and most valuable assets a man can possess. What is one truth you learned after a major life change? I genuinely like to hear. Drop it in the comments. Thank you for spending these minutes with me. If this resonated, I would love for you to subscribe. Real talk, no hype, just truth. I will see you in the next one.